Hello, I'm here, starting the game. How much delay is there? You started the stream, right? Yeah, I started. Okay. What's with this frame rate drop? Okay, it should be normal now. Hello, everyone. We are continuing where we left off. We are on some sort of a commune where nobody fucking showers. We're working at a wheat farm. But yeah, I guess we just have to get this party started. Dear God, please, I want Sean to finally shower in this episode because I can't stand what he's doing with himself. Wait, I already looked around here, right? I guess I will have to look at everything again. I'm good. How is everyone else? How was your week?
Glad somebody's getting some action. I thought I liked weed, but this guy's on a whole nother level. Always spot him reading in the morning.
I'm gonna look at everything once again because it sometimes unlocks like other dialogue options.
Weird to see him younger.
This is Finn,
He
right?
looks so innocent. Finn told me a bit more about train hopping. This map is like his Bible.
But I'm pretty sure that I looked at everything and I left the game when there was the autosave sign, so the game just lied to me. Yeah, when I woke up I was in shock.
Oh, jeez. She's way messier than me. It's hard to believe.
I don't even know what to say about all this.
That girl is even more of a sleepyhead than I am.
Aside from something that I'm pretty sure I cannot say on stream because I'm gonna get, like, nuked.
I do love these trees. Ancient and majestic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kinda wonder why they can do that for other people, like... I can think of several people that we could go and kidnap them. And I wouldn't mind.
Must have. Living large and humbled.
I'm just gonna say, what I want to say starts with D and ends with America.
We shower like once or twice a week.
Jesus.
Gives us more time to chill, right?
Yeah, you need 15 minutes to shower. What are you gonna do in those 15
Gotta
minutes?
get my coffee on before I go anywhere.
This location looks cool. I hope we will be able to like explore this forest.
We went swimming there a couple of times. Fucking cold.
I wonder
But
where
fucking
Daniel
awesome.
went. And those
Did
missing
you see all that
posters.
talk earlier?
So many missing persons around here.
Don't know what's inside.
He also mentioned this in his journal. The missing person posters. I'm sure. Yeah? See? This is gonna be relevant later. I don't know why, but this seems like some sort of a foreshadowing, you know?
Creepy.
I hope nobody goes missing. I hope we...
The sun has saved us.
Shut up! I hope we won't have to, you know,
Man,
search for anyone
I
that
would
went
have killed
missing.
for something like this back in that freezing house in Oregon.
Your man crushing hard today.
Yeah, Anders.
Shoot, what's the date today? Is it the 15th or...
Funny how I like being out in the forest now. My turn. Gotta stock up the shower and kitchen later tonight.
You don't shower anyway, so why would you suck up the shower? You guys are disgusting. Why isn't he saying anything?
Wish it rained more. Nice to get fresh free water.
Jacob.
These trees are just so gorgeous.
Wish I could send her a cool gift.
I didn't look at this last time.
Jake's stuff is always so tidy and neat.
Oh, he has a teddy
Just
bear.
like him.
I'm gonna talk to him in a second.
These guys have top gear. Wish I did. Hannah's so private about her life. Plus, she probably hates my guts.
You just arrived here. You already have hopes.
I'm not quite sure who Penny is. He's so out there.
Right. Now I gotta figure out who is who.
Gotta get my
Go
coffee
there.
on before I go anywhere.
There if you sit there, you can draw. I remember. At least nobody is gonna say, "I'm not moving. Hope I look good this time."
Okay, got it.
See? This is the autosave sign. The game should start here.
I've looked enough. Time to draw now. Cool. I think I'm ready to draw this.
What's going on?
Pretty good. But I can add more details if I want. Time to take the pen, dude. Okay, got it. Drawing starts by observing, like your teacher used to say. I've looked enough. Time to draw now.
Nice. Okay, he's done. Hope this episode is gonna be less buggy. Yes. Achievement unlocked. Oh. Yes.
Yeah. Like you don't get pet enough around here.
Alright, let's go and talk to these guys. Jacob.
Get your
Okay.
breakfast on, dude. What's up, Jake?
Hey, Sean. Not much.
What do you got going on there?
This is a birthday card for my little sister. Don't laugh.
Aw, that's cute. How old is she?
She's 9 years old now. Like Daniel.
Do you miss her?
I probably miss her the most. I'm
Isn't
kind of
this the
jealous you
guy?
get to hang out with your brother all the time.
I think
But,
it's
I bet it's hard to be his brother and father figure.
That's my job now. Full-time Daniel Wrangler.
He's really lucky to have you. Hey, since you're such a pro big bro, what's a good way to end this letter? Goodbye sounds a bit lame, right?
Thinking of you?
I do think a lot about her.
I'm sure she does too.
You know what? Sometimes
don't
the
know.
system does this.
I'm afraid Sarah's a bit mad at me for
Automatically.
leaving her. Anyway, thanks for your help, Sean. I gotta finish this before I get ready for work. Don't want to be late or Big Joe will eat me for lunch.
Hi,
You and me
Sawyer.
both. See you later, Jake.
I'm pretty sure that
Sean, thanks again, man.
I'm pretty sure this dude is like from some sort of a religious commune and he ran away. There was like a mention of
We're
someone
so
like that.
lucky these guys took us in.
Right, who are those guys? Oatmeal. I can't talk to them?
Coffee time, Sean. Man, grab some and sit your ass down.
Most of them are into fancy hippie food. And fast food junk.
Just like me. Okay, I
Water's
guess.
kind of rare around here. Everything goes into the plantations.
Okay, I guess I can only talk to them if I make myself coffee. Last part.
Yep. I'm up for some heavy barrel lifting tonight. Yay.
What? You hear that?
I heard nothing, Penny.
Okay, so this is Penny.
Maybe it was the coffee brewing. Never mind. You can't hear? Only me.
I don't understand. Why?
How you miss all those insects? How the fuck? The swarm is coming.
What is this?
You mean bugs? I haven't seen many flying bugs. Not in the winter, at least.
Sean. Narcs, stealth drones, all that shit. Wake up, boy. Look up.
You...
That's a
saw them?
good point. If we have to fight the
When?
bear, I'm not gonna be happy.
How?
Because vision, Sean. They watching us now.
That would be shit for me and Anders to lose the job. The cash is good for us to
Okay,
travel.
so this is Ingrid.
So... then... where's your next pit stop?
We want to see all the cowboys in Austin. But we spent too much money so far. Traveling is expensive.
Depends how you travel. I mean, look at us. Cush gig. But not when they legalize that shit.
Then you can work legal on the farm, right?
Not if the government steps in. Then the pigs, pill pushers, all bad.
Can screw workers, yes.
Well, at least they can't just screw over workers. Like here.
What? That means people like you and me will be fucked. No paperwork, no job. Truth.
I hear ya.
I don't know what they are talking
Oh.
about.
Um...
Not her
Did
again!
anybody see Daniel? I haven't seen him this morning.
I saw him walking with Finn. They were headed to the lake.
Thanks, Ingrid. I better see what he's up to.
Tell them no swimming. That lake is toxic, man. Nasty.
This dude is schizophrenic. What is he talking about? Okay, the lake
I
was
keep
there.
thinking you're Dutch. I think you forgot something, Sean. You gonna make some more coffee, right?
Maybe
Because we...
we hold off on
Where
Mexico.
from again?
Oh,
Sweden.
Sorry.
Malmö. You wouldn't hear me.
my bad.
Yeah. Not your coffee, boy. We share. Always. long fucking way to work a farm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Lake
Been
is
working
there.
for
Let's
3
go.
years in a coffee shop to pay for the trip.
That shit was worth it.
Just because she has a pretty accent.
What the fuck, man? You're awesome. Come on, once again.
Yes, I'm the man.
Holy shit! That was dope!
What's up, guys? Morning target practice?
6 bullseyes in a row. Kid is a fucking ninja. Hey, we didn't want to wake your sleepy ass up.
Yeah, thank you for that. You okay, Daniel?
Hey,
Seriously, I've never seen anyone throw like that.
He's wearing
Wow.
mushrooms bandana.
Finn trained you well. 6 bull-sized dude.
yeah, I got better. Lucky.
You can't throw a baseball without hitting me in the nuts. How did you learn to aim so good?
Not true, liar. You're the one who sucks at baseball.
Yeah, right.
Hey, wow. What's up with you two? I should have let you know, but I'm watching him like a hawk. Seriously, much respect. He's like my own blood. And not that I'm as hot or cool as his big bro. Yo, Sean,
Hey.
idea. I want to see if Daniel inherited the family blade skills from you. How about a little demo?
It was my turn.
Come on, let's give the man a chance.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
I'll
not.
take a shot.
It's gonna be some sort of a mini game that I will fuck up. I'll be like,
Oh, Sean. Hold your right arm. More like this. Better alignment. Better aim.
Won't really help.
Dude, what's wrong with you?
he's getting better at least. Like sooner or later, these dudes will learn what's going on with him, right? Wait, I need to focus. Fuck, too fast.
Come on, sweetie, one more time. I know you can do it. Be zen, Sean. That's the secret.
I hate those mini games. Wait, now I have to look in. I can do that.
Let's show the kid what's what.
Wait, I can.
Oh, fuck that!
Miss,
No, he used the power!
I rule.
Sorry, Sean. You're not a ninja. But you're still cool.
I'm gonna
Just
whoop
ask
his
your
ass
brother
for
for
that.
help next time.
Yeah. What would I do without him?
Hey, don't look at me. It's not my fault if you can't throw.
Woo! After that workout, I need some more fucking Java.
Wait! Don't go yet.
It's all good, Daniel. We can practice later. If it's cool with Big Brother. Love you, man.
What now?
You think that shit is funny?
What shit?
Stop acting stupid. You're pushing it, Daniel. You made me miss. In front of Finn. What if he finds out, huh? What then?
I'm not stupid. He won't find out.
You don't know that. You're gonna get busted, Enano. You need to listen to me.
Stop calling me that. I'm not a kid anymore.
Daniel, don't...
Why? See?
Stop, Daniel. Now.
Or what?
I said stop. Daniel.
Don't grab me.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be that hard.
Whoa.
I'm okay. It's fine. I told you. You're good. but you don't have control over your powers yet.
Yeah, but we stopped training since we got here. You'd rather hang out with your new friends.
Well, because we need to fit in if we want to keep that job, okay? But you're right. Let's,
I wonder if they know what
do some
happened.
training later
Did they
today.
tell them the truth about Seattle?
Yeah, let's go by the lake again. But, Sean, how long are we gonna stay here? It's been like a month.
I know, but we need more money to get to Puerto Los. Remember?
It's gonna take forever. We should try and find Mom, since we have her letter now.
We already had this conversation. Sorry, Daniel, but we can't. We don't even know where Karen really is, and we can't risk getting caught while looking for her. She's one of the reasons we're out here. That's why we're going down to Mexico.
How come I never get to choose? I'm the one with the power.
Sean is not an adult. Actually, I wanted to do a run of this game where I'm, going sicko mode, like completely disregarding everything, stealing, cheating, and all of that. Because right now I'm going the saint mode. But right now,
I hear you. It's not fair, but you're my brother. And my responsibility. I have to take care of you.
I know, but I'm not gonna be a kid forever. Finn treats me like an adult. He understands. Uh-oh. Big Joe.
what? Wait, what? What is even this choice? Okay, so there was a flashback to Sean and Daniel back in Seattle. And Daniel wanted a watch from Sean, and Sean gave him like an old watch of his. And then, at the beginning of the episode, this watch was lying down. Daniel didn't wear it. There was like a pan on his wrist, and there was no watch. But why would this be a problem? Yeah, I'm definitely doing a sicko mode run, but maybe not on stream. Maybe I will just, record myself doing that. Because now I'm constrained by the fact that we only have like an hour before we start the discussion on a Song of Ice and Fire, whereas I could do, And besides, no, but let's go back to the decision. Why asking about the watch is significant. I'm also thinking ask about the watch. I'm just wondering about why is it so important that it warrants, the choice segment. Yeah, I think we should ask about that. But another issue is that Daniel may say something like, "Stop being overprotective over me," or something like that, Okay, ask about the watch.
Hey, you don't wear your watch anymore?
What? Oh. Nah, I put this on instead. Finn gave it to me. Pretty cool, huh?
He just replaced me with Finn.
Pretty cool.
Man, Sean is so hurt by that.
Hey, Daniel. Remember what I said. Low profile.
Yeah.
Okay. We're cool.
I don't like working on a farm.
I know. It could be way worse. We're making cash in Ano.
Okay. Wish we could send Chris a present. Or something. Or...
He pissed me off. I'm trying so hard for him, and he won't even wear a watch I gave to him, but he's wearing a watch that he got from some fucking junkie that he met a month ago.
Maybe just check on him.
We will, Daniel. When we're safe and far away.
I know.
Yeah, I don't like Finn either.
I had fun playing hide and seek last night. Especially in the dark.
You weren't scared at all? Come on.
Not with Finn. We had the best hiding spot.
Man, fuck Finn. I'm so mad right now. And now he threw me with his powers. We need to get out of here. Like, these people have bad influence on Daniel. Fuck
Sit
you.
here, my man. I need a bodyguard like you.
Cool. Tell Sean to give me a knife.
Finn doesn't even know what his name is.
Mind if I sit here?
Sure.
He's nice.
Why so serious?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Cool. I'm always worried about my city boy.
Everyone here? This isn't a fucking school bus. We're late.
Doesn't Daniel working on a weed farm break some sort of child labor laws or something? Custody is fine, but Finn can get fucked. This is a Finn hate account. I would also like to remind Sean that he has a girl back home, which I do repeatedly. I guess Cassidy is gonna be like a romanceable option.
So at
Because
this point, I'm like, whatever, dude, just give me more booze. You know?
Yeah.
I don't bullshit you. Some gutter punk jumped.
You're not listening to anything I say.
So I cut it.
Are you?
Yeah.
What? Yes, I am.
Cut me too.
The party.
Oh shit. Too much sex, guys.
Are you
Way
okay?
too much sex.
Shut up.
I was
2
not-
peas in a pod, these ones.
I'll show you the battle scope.
Oh. Is Sean jealous?
Cool.
No way.
You be
He's a big
careful
boy
with
now.
knives,
Gotta get out of
okay?
his way.
Smart. Yeah, if you get too clingy, people run away. I know what I'm talking about.
Who's the knife master here?
Did you lock the tent?
So, how do you feel?
You went back for the lighter.
Who knew this little tree market snowflake would end up here? With us misfits.
Oh, good. Just hope I won't turn into a dirty hippie if I hang around too long.
You better stop talking to me then. I'm the most contagious.
Please, don't hurt.
Too late. Guess I'll take a chance.
Hey, how about shut the fuck up back there? I can't hear my music.
Guess what? He was on his secret sat phone again this morning. Speaking Romanian and shit.
Oh no. Here it comes.
He's Agent 420. And he has a license to cook.
What's that?
Told you 1,000 times, Big Joe is a clone.
this guy is my favorite
Come from
character.
a factory in Silicon Valley.
Maybe he's just the factory reject.
Bigfoot. Think about it. Big Joe, Bigfoot.
Whoa, you might be onto something.
Sean is so lame.
Oh, smell?
Stinky? Big Joe.
Shit, you're all in love with Big Joe. You can't stop talking about him, I swear.
But his ass is too big.
And he's out of his mind here. Like, look at
Come
him.
on.
Yep. He's kind of a mystery.
Hey, pipe
These
down
people
back
are so
there.
so weird.
Enjoy the scenery for a change, for fuck's sake.
Wastelands.
Shit. So tired.
Yeah, me too.
You haven't even started working.
Learning straight, okay?
Yes, please. And no weed.
Alright, who's ready for another great day in the office?
Shut up.
Somebody doesn't want to
Why does he have a gun?
I'm so fucking tired.
Stop your bitching or get out of here.
Hey! Jeez.
No! No! What if he shoots me? Alright, Cassidy is nice to me. I think she deserves to intervene, right? To defend her because she is nice to us, right? And if something goes wrong, then Daniel can also intervene. But I also, no, I feel like I told Daniel that, I told Daniel that he can use the power to protect others. Like he protected Chris 2 times. He helped the grandpa. So if anything goes afoot, then I think Daniel would intervene. My first instinct is intervene. And also I did some rethinking regarding how I make choices, because I seem to overthink those choices a lot. And I think that I should just go by my instinct instead of going on elaborate rants about what I should choose. And my instinct tells me intervene.
Hey, come on. It's not cool.
Are you really shit-talking me, Cheech? Huh?
Forget it, Sean. Seriously. We're late.
I made an enemy out of him.
Hey, you're gonna get us kicked out of here.
What?
I just wanted to.
What? Be a white knight? I can take care of myself, Sean.
Fuck you!
That guy would have beat you down.
I will. You know what? I'm not helping them ever again. If that's how I'm gonna get treated, then fuck you. I just wanted to be nice. My little brother doesn't listen to me. Everyone hates me. Jesus.
Oh, thanks for coming. I'm on your way, right?
No, we're sorry. We just...
You don't get paid to be late.
Uh,
Next time you won't be. Listen up. I need 2 teams today. Finn, Penny.
I'm just checking if I can do that. No, wait. No! I don't even get to reload and change my decision. This game punishes me for doing the right thing. This is incredible, man. I also thought about Gustavo.
Oh, thanks for coming. I'm on your way, right?
No, we're sorry. We just...
You don't get paid to be late.
I hate
Next
these
time
people.
you won't be. Listen up. I need 2 teams today. Finn, Penny, Anders, and what's your name will clean up the mess from the storm. The rest of you get to sit and trim.
Like I want to go pick up a bunch of shit all over the camp.
Hey, you want to trade places?
Shut up, Daniel.
You got a deal, kid.
Yeah! I get to go outside.
Hey! You guys still don't get it. This is work, not a goddamn summer camp. You're not special. There are dozens of hippies like yourselves begging for work in the next town. Kid, your dad should teach you to shut your mouth. Finn, you better watch your guys.
Of course, boss. No problem.
Okay, so move it.
Yeah, you heard the man. Stop fucking around and get in your teams, alright?
I hate all of them.
Hold up. You and me are gonna talk. Remember, I'm only letting you and your brother work here because Finn put in a good word.
I know. We really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, no ass kissing, please. Just watch out. Next time your brother fucks up, you're both gone ASAP. Look, I'm not trying to bust your balls, but this is a pot farm and he's a fucking kid.
Yeah, that's why did you employ him?
You hear me?
Got it. I'll keep him out of the
I
way.
use it, but it's like for my private
You better.
use, so...
This business has enough shit already.
Right. I'm gonna go check on him then.
How old is he anyway?
Oh, 9. He's 9 years old.
Jeez, tough age. Gotta keep a close eye on him.
Not my business, but... You got kids?
Yeah, a daughter. 12 years old.
Do you get to see her?
Not often, but she needs the money I get out here. Okay, I'm not your buddy. Get the fuck out of here. You got a lot of work to do today.
All right. Thank you.
Hey. You okay?
Fuck you.
Now for the fun part. I need this all done by tonight. No excuses. So, get on it. All right, we good?
Yeah, Finn is playing boss with his crew. I told them they'd all work late if they didn't finish on time.
I hope so. Okay, I gotta make some calls.
Well, what are you waiting for? You know the drill.
What?
Dude, this sucks ass. I feel like I'm in prison.
I hear you. But we're not. This is just our job, man. We have to follow Meryl's rules. For now. Especially you.
What do you mean?
He's not into having kids around here. So don't give him any excuse to get pissed off.
Yeah, you never know with Meryl. He can be cool, but scary when he loses his shit.
Okay, jeez.
Don't get in
I'm
between
not
us.
doing anything bad.
Look, I know you guys are having the time of your life here, but I'm not. So shut your mouth and give me some quiet, for fuck's sake, okay?
Well, why do you stick around then?
None of your damn business. But I'd be long gone if I had the chance. Trust me.
All right, man. Just pick a butt and get to it.
Okay. Oh,
Shit. I hate these scissors.
why do I have to do that? Okay, one done. 500 million left. Ah!
Man, look at all these buds.
Oh, this is
Going
nothing.
too fast.
Last spring we were trimming about
Take
2
your
or 3
time,
pounds a
dude.
day.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yep. Had to work overnight all the time. 15 hours straight once. Yeah, trying to forget. I was done with Kush after that.
Whoa, we are lucky.
Right, and then your arms fall off.
Can
Fuck all
people
that.
shut up? I can focus. Okay, I got 2.
You get any reception, Big Joe?
This place is a cell killer.
Oh, of course.
I should clean my scissors. They're a mess.
What am I doing here, guys? Okay. Mm.
Ouch! Shit.
Ooh, you okay, sweetie?
It's okay. You're doing fine. Just slow down if you need to.
I know. Thanks, Sean. Look, you cut yourself too.
Damn.
I'm clicking that. Fuck.
Better follow my own advice.
Damn, Sean. We really need to do
Shut
something
up!
about your hair.
What? What's wrong with my hair?
Are you kidding me? It's hiding your pretty face. I can't allow that.
Come on.
Stay away
It's not
from
that
Sean.
bad. Just
Just a mess.
I'm clicking
Yes.
it.
Worry not. We've got everything to take care of it at the camp.
yeah. We'll see.
Hello, Silver Princess. As you can see, we are in the middle of a really exciting activity. Clean scissors. How many more do I have to do?
But for real, though, if you could snap your fingers and go anywhere. Cassidy, we get it. Over and over. You don't want to be here.
Give me a break. I can't.
So what? So I'm allowed to dream a little? You won't get hurt. Promise.
Okay, I think I understand how this works now.
Must be so sweet this time of year.
Okay, man.
I'd love to visit New Orleans.
Yep. Check out the voodoo shops and the blues band.
That would be cool.
No, it's
Bitch.
Shut
Nobody's
up.
making you babies work here.
no problem.
You guys are all the same.
I'll do what
Cool, let's be trimmigrants. Then you barely work for a month. This is my life.
Come here for a sec.
Shit. It's always something.
Damn. Can you folks put a lid on it? We got shit to do here. Whoa.
That's a great suggestion.
Damn. Easy for you to say, cowgirl. Some of us have to work. Please. I bust my ass like everybody else. Uh-huh. Don't even. You're always looking for an excuse.
Ooh, it's 420. Hey, Sean, let's talk. Ow, my arm hurts.
Wah, wah. Get off my crack, Hannah. We've been stuck out here for 2 months. I didn't come out to California to live on a fucking farm. I want to see some water. Are we gonna squat out here forever? Build a house? What?
Stop. You know we voted to stay for a while. Once it's legal, we ain't got no more job here.
Wait, I need to turn off something. Okay.
How's it going?
Oh, and I got distracted again.
They want everything
The guy who said that he's sitting at the corner, he's evil, he's got a
I was
gun.
over this place.
Then go. Take the fuck off. If we're a family, we stick together. You're on the bus, we're off the bus.
Hey, everybody chill. Let's not get...
Sean, step back. This is our business. Just grow up, Cassidy. Stop
I don't care
acting
if it's
like
your
this.
business, you're distracting
That's all.
me.
Anything else?
Yeah. But we don't have the time.
New souvenir
Fall out of
collected.
the
I don't
wrong
even
side
know
of
how
the
that
bed or
happened.
what?
That's not
Shit.
my problem,
You're
Joseph.
clueless.
You know the drill.
Do your work. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Fuck this shit.
we did 8.
Hannah, sorry.
I know. Hey, I don't want to fight.
You started
Had
it.
a long, crappy week.
Just keep it fucking down in here, okay?
15? I always wanted a revolver. Okay, at least that fucking minigame is over. Ah. Go away, I don't want to
Cheer
talk
up,
to
a
you.
little Sean. Trust me, it's not as bad as you think. Other farms in the area just straight down exploit your ass. You gotta be careful with those scissors. They're sharp as fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, you'll get scars, but you'll get it. Part of the fun. And sexier.
I don't know if I would be able to
Later,
get a
Big
gun in
Joe.
Poland. Like, you need the
Smile,
permit.
asshole. So, did you have a good day at work, honey?
I did. Love the Jerry Springer moment when Hannah and Cass started picking on each other.
Yeah. They love to start shit with each other. Then get high. Short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
I
Too
don't
bad
want to
Merrill
talk
was
to
in a pretty
him.
shitty mood from start. He ruined the day.
I got that from his speech, yeah. He's having a hard time with his own bosses. This isn't Silicon
You should
Valley.
know better then. Threats don't make people work better.
I feel you, Sean. As always. That's why you're such a good fit for the family.
You totally hooked us up.
You are not my
A
family.
job, cash, friends,
You're not my friends.
safety.
Sean, everybody's cool with you two. Daniel is your secret weapon.
I don't know. He's way too young for this bullshit.
You gotta be zen about this. The more you try and control him, the less you have. It's deep, huh? Swear, he acts just like me. That's how I know he's smart. And he's also got a kick-ass hermano.
Is he flirty?
My brothers are like that.
So, what's your story? I mean, you don't have to tell me, but
Yeah, I was pretty lucky. My parents were okay. I had 3 big brothers who spoiled me,
aw, you were the baby boy.
like Daniel. But my family was kind of messed up. My dad was like a front for hot cars. Yeah, he'd steal, strip, and sell them. My brothers and I helped him. You know, typical shit.
No, it's
Till
okay.
we got busted. Fucking feds wanted me and my brothers to testify. But my dad narked on us instead.
Whoa.
Damn, Finn. That sucks. What happened?
I went to jail. When I got out, I was like, fuck everybody. So I hit the road, Jack. And anyways, I found a cooler family out here. You know? I love traveling. Checking out new things. Yeah, never gets old. Well, going to Mexico is the ultimate road trip.
Stay away from him.
Not to Daniel. He doesn't even want to go. At all. Instead, he wants to go to Arizona to see his Mom. Fuck that.
It can be tough growing up, not knowing your folks. He needs closure. That's all. Give him time.
These guys know how to make a bong out of pretty much anything.
This is the tent
I know,
of the
I do too.
schizophrenic guy, right?
Shit. Guess Penny's looking for somebody. That sucks. Aw, they look so cute here.
I hate all of them.
I love how they're like a real family. Nice to have a dog around again. Still miss Shroom.
Rest in peace, Mushroom. There's nothing more in here. I'm glad you found me. I can't look at their tent. I looked at this. Wait, I had some chores to do. Right? Why do I need those mini games for everything? Can't you just lift this up? Do I have to?
Let's
Okay.
get these over to the kitchen and shower.
Kitchen and shower. Okay, kitchen here.
Almost done.
Need 2 more hands, Dishmaster?
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I'm on it.
So boring.
Yeah. I don't miss doing the dishes.
Then why are we doing? That's it. Finally. Need a hand with your own chores?
That'd be awesome. I need help moving the last water tank. This shit is so heavy.
Oh.
Hello, Dolly. You're old. That's some deep shit. Wonder who's her mom. And who's the other woman? Must be tough to be so far away from his sister.
Happy birthday, Sarah. I'm sorry I can't be there to eat all your cake and open all your presents. Hope you have a fun party with mom and dad and your friends. I can't wait to see you again and show you all my cool pictures of California. I will call when I get the chance to sing happy birthday. I'm thinking a lot about you. Hope I can take you there someday. Your big brother, Jake. Old camera.
So cool he carries this around. Wish I could see the pictures he took of us.
Yeah, that mission with cutting the
Weird. Where did he get that from?
weed bus was so annoying, man. I looked at this.
Man, I would have killed for something
Okay,
like
so
this.
he says the
back in
same
that
thing.
Freezing house in Oregon.
Yeah, but I don't even think that this game needs this minigame enrichment. Because we are here for the narrative anyway. We are for the choices and the dialogue. I'm not necessarily here to... You know.
Hannah, how long ago did you come here to Humboldt?
I don't want to sit with them, fuck you.
9 years.
And I'm not gonna
Okay
talk
to
to
handle.
her.
No money.
Fuck
Then
all
I'll
of
be
you.
done
I'm not
with
gonna talk to Finn. I hate them.
Ran out of room. Had to bail after some tweaker tried to attack me up in Arcata. I almost killed that fuck, but I came back to Humboldt because of Finn. I had this sweet deal with Meryl.
I don't want to draw either of them. Okay, Cassidy or Finn. I hate both of them. Cassidy is more interesting to draw.
time to take the pen, dude.
Finn, Daniel now likes Finn more than he likes
I
Sean.
like how Cassidy is in her own world when she's playing
And
music.
when we tried to defend Cassidy from a dickhead with a gun, she was really mean in response.
Pretty good.
That's why I hate both of
I can
them.
add more
Especially
details.
because I want
Okay.
to like Cassidy and
Got
I
it.
don't like her. Don't talk to me.
Man, you are so focused when you draw. That's cute.
Yeah, thanks.
Let me be the judge.
What is happening
Give
today?
it back, please. Cassidy, do not even look.
Whoa, down, boy. Really, Sean?
I didn't mean to freak.
Stop this tortured artist shit.
And you stay away
Shit.
from him.
Come on. Fuck.
Finally I'm
You're
back.
good. Wow. I look happy. Like I belong here. I love how you see me, Sean. I think I look cooler as a sketch.
Really? You think it's okay?
No, I'm just being nice. If it was bad, you would know. I don't lie. Well, I could never draw like that. What's your secret?
Practice. I just keep trying to get better. I will draw no matter what. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, same here. With my music. This place is great for inspiration. These redwoods, the fog, the ocean. Smells like hope and freedom.
Except for the working part, I guess.
Yeah, but we don't always have to suck up to fuckers like Meryl. Most of the year, it's just us. The road and us.
What do you miss about your old life? Anything?
Besides some friends, nothing. Well, my own bathroom. Out here, you say that you don't need all that bullshit they sell. That's freedom. I mean, the trick in this country is just to survive.
I guess. I do like traveling around, but I want a base. Will you ever go back to Texas?
No fucking way. My daddy was a meth head who beat the shit out of my boyfriend. Just because he wasn't white. Yep. Then my big brother told me he would shoot me if I dated that, well, you know. My mom didn't say squat, as usual. Thanks, Mom. So,
You're gonna cry.
fuck 'em all. This is my family now.
Damn, I'm sorry, Cassidy.
Ah, don't be. I feel sorry for them. So, tell me, what do you miss about your old life?
My dead dad.
Everything. Because I didn't appreciate shit when I had it. Like, just waking up at night to get a bowl of fucking squeaking ex-cocoa.
Oh my god. I used to eat those too.
You always think it's gonna be there.
Yes, you do.
Stupid stuff like that. But things change. Right?
Yep. So, keep moving forward. You have
Buy
a
her
good
the
heart,
chocolates.
Sean. I think you could use some alone time. See you later.
Can I also drop in? I'm interested to see what he can say. No, the option to sit down and draw is, I guess you can only choose between the two of them.
It's as nice
But
to
I
share than
chose
other places we saw.
Cassidy because I hate her less.
Junkies and homeless. They go together sometimes. No home, get high.
I already
What
look
the
at
fuck else are you
this.
gonna do on the street?
Clean it up. We see so much trash in the forests around here. California is very green, but starting to look like shit.
Right, there was
Not everybody
the...
has time to fucking recycle or compost their shit. Especially when you live on
One more tank to handle. Then I'll be done with this.
Daniel was supposed to help me, wasn't he? He was going to help me. what is like the order of events I should do so that he helps me?
Let's carry that one to the shower.
Okay, where was the shower? Like anyone here showers, so... Where the hell is that?
I think I made some good trims today. And talking with the girls is always entertaining.
Legal pot farm with a tourist visa, lecturing us. Funny, right?
Hannah,
Where
I'm
are
sorry.
those
We were
showers?
trying to lecture you. We are grateful we found that job and that you let us stay.
Little Sean,
guys.
working out.
I know.
Don't drop him, Sean.
Shut up!
Don't worry.
Where are the showers?
All I care about is my family right
Fuck.
Pennies all over the place.
The only person I like is Penny. Because he's so funny. Like, he's schizophrenic but funny. Oh, that's a good point. Where's the shower? Yeah, I see it now.
Trimming is hard. How do these guys keep coming back?
Daniel was supposed to help me, but he didn't do shit. Okay.
Gotta wait for you near the lake, dude. Don't forget me.
I won't.
Okay.
See,
And I guess here we had the autosave and we're stopping the game and moving on to the discussion. Man, I didn't expect to hate absolutely everyone on this wheat farm. Wait.
there.
Okay, there was the sign. We are moving to the discussion. Yeah, I just... They are... First of all, I'm really mad that, you know, I'm just pissed off at the fact that Daniel immediately ran to Finn after everything I did for him. And because I didn't like Finn, I thought, well, Cassidy is nice to me. I'm gonna be nice back to her. And she just says, fuck off. Like, I got so mad at Cassidy that I tried to reload to change the decision, but I couldn't. And I have like a lingering suspicion that both of them are like romanceable. But I do not want to romance either of them. And if the game forces me to, I'm gonna be pissed. And now, as usual, I'm going for a cigarette, I'm putting on some music, and then we move on to the discussion about House of the Undying. And this time I have a full set of notes. I have most of them deciphered. But, you know, I'm obviously gonna be open for other interpretations. Oh yeah, because you already played the entire game. Yeah, fuck her. Okay, be right back. Cigarette time. Listen to music. I don't know how to turn on super chats, and besides, this stream is demonetized because of the copyright for the music in the game, so you can technically turn it off, but I want to experience the game fully with the music that is copyrighted and all of that. Okay, I guess we can start the discussion about the House of the Undying. I made a video about this, but it's old and I changed my mind on some of the things. And the things about these visions is that some of them are very straightforward and easy to decipher. Some are absolutely out there, like I have no idea what they could mean, and a lot of them are subject to interpretation. So I guess I will give my interpretations and possibly listen to the interpretations that you guys have. So we open in the show. Danny has her dragons stolen and needs to go to the House of the Undying for that reason, to get them back. She has maybe like 3 boring ass visions, and one of them was later used as foreshadowing for her new King's Landing. But I actually noticed something about this scene when you listen to this scene. Yeah, okay, Bicycle Princess. If you listen in the vision in the show where she's in the throne room, you can hear the leitmotif, musical leitmotif that plays around the wall. So this was foreshadowing for the fight against the others, and not for her madness. It was just retconned. In the books, Dani decides to go to the House of the Undying herself, and Drogon accompanies her. And before she goes, she is instructed on the following. Wait, I have a better meme for this. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Queen Daenerys must enter alone, or not at all. The warlock Payat priest stepped out from under the trees. Has he been there all along? Dany wondered. Should she turn away now, the doors of wisdom shall be closed to her forevermore. So she has to go alone. She cannot be accompanied by her blood riders or anyone else. And the rules are as follows. When you enter, you will find yourself in a room with 4 doors. The one you have come through and 3 others. Take the door to your right. Each time, the door to your right. If you should come upon a stairway, climb. Never go down, and never take any door but the first door to your right. The door to my right, Dany repeated. I understand. And when I leave, the opposite. By no means, Payat Pri said. Leaving and coming, it is the same. Always up, always the door to your right. So, always doors to her right, always up, and never down. Other doors might open to you. Within, you will see many things that disturb you. Visions of loveliness and visions of horror, wonders and terrors, sights and sounds of days gone by, and days to come, and days that never were. Dwellers and servitors may speak to you as you go. Answer or ignore them as you choose, but enter no room until you reach the audience chamber. Okay, so we know that Dany will see visions that will disturb her, visions of loveliness, visions of horror, wonders and terrors, that's obvious. But what matters is that we will also see the past, the future, and things that never happened. And some of these visions will try to tempt Dany to enter the door, but she can only enter the door where she goes to the audience chamber of the Undying. So this is like a mini quest for her to, test her before she receives those visions, if she's like, I guess, worthy of hearing them. So this is like a trial for her. And there's something interesting before Daenerys goes in. She drinks Shade of the Evening, which is basically fantasy ayahuasca. When they reached the door, a tall oval mouth, set in the wall fashioned in the likeness of a human face, the smallest dwarf Danny had ever seen was waiting on the threshold. He stood no higher than her knee, his face pinched and pointed, snoutish, but he was dressed in delicate livery of purple and blue, and his tiny pink hands held a silver tray. Upon it rested a slender crystal glass filled with a thick blue liquid, shade of the evening, the wine of warlocks. Take and drink, urged Payat Pri. Will it turn my lips blue? One flute will serve only to unstop your ears and dissolve the kohl from off your eyes, so that you may hear and see the truths that will be laid before you. Then he raised the glass to her lips. The first sip tasted like ink and spoiled meat, full. But when she swallowed it, it seemed to come to life within her. She could feel tendrils spreading through her chest, like fingers of fire coiling around her heart. And on her tongue was a taste like honey and anise and cream, like mother's milk and dragos seed, like red meat and hot blood and molten gold. It was all the taste that she had ever known, and none of them. And then the glass was empty. The description is very similar to the praise that Bran receives in A Dance with Dragons when he is in Bloodraven's cave. It had a bitter taste, though not so bitter as acorn paste. The first spoonful was the hardest to get down. He almost stretched it right back up. The second tasted better. The third was almost sweet. The rest he spooned up eagerly. Why had he thought that it was bitter? It tasted of honey, of new-fallen snow, of pepper and cinnamon, and the last kiss his mother gave him. The empty bowl slipped from his fingers and clattered on the covered floor. So at first the shade of the evening and weirwood paste taste disgusting, then it tasted like the things that they both associate with good memories and just overall the tastes that they like. And this is not the only connection with Bran here, and you will see that in a second, but that's after divisions. So when Daenerys enters the House of the Undying, at first she sees the visions through various doors that try to tempt her to get inside. And the first vision she sees is that. In one room, a beautiful woman sprawled naked on the floor while 4 little men crawled over her. They had radish-pointed faces and tiny pink hands, like the servitor who had brought her the glass of shade. One was pumping between her tights. Another savaged her breasts, worrying at her nipples with his red, wet mouth, tearing and chewing. And this is probably, like 99%, I would say, a metaphorical depiction of the War of the Five Kings that's been ravaging the continent as Daenerys is in Karth. And the woman represents Westeros, whereas the dwarves represent the kings. And as you can notice, there's only 4 of them, because at that point, Renly is already dead. He's been killed by Stannis' shadow baby. Though I did have people try to argue with me that the 4 kings are actually... They include Renly, but exclude Robb, because obviously Robb's war is good and righteous. It's not like we see his people commit war crimes in the Riverlands. No, the Starks are always good. And as we all also know it, war is only bad when the Targaryens do it. A Song of Ice and Fire is anti-war, aside from when it's a Stark war, then it's good. No, it's the 4 of them, Balon, Joffrey, Stannis, and Robb. The end. Farther on, she came upon a feast of corpses. Savagely slaughtered, the feasters lay strewn across overturned chairs and hacked trestle tables, as sprawled in pools of congealing blood. Some had lost limbs, even heads. Severed hands clutched bloody cups, wooden spoons, roast fowl, hills of bread. In a throne above them sat a dead man with the head of a wolf. He wore an iron crown and held a leg of lamb in one hand, as a king might hold a scepter, and his eyes followed Dany with mute appeal. So this is the Red Wedding foreshadowing. Like, I did not check back the chapter where the Red Wedding happens, but it's definitely a imagery that is happening in this chapter. The man with the head of the wolf is Robb, because that's what happens to him. He is beheaded. He's killed, beheaded, and then Greywind is killed, has his head cut, and they sew Greywind's head on Robb. And it's interesting to see that Rob reaches through space and time to ask Dany for help, and she obviously can't help him. And that goes to show that maybe the Starks and the Targaryens are not those ontological enemies everyone claims them to be. But what can I know? I'm just a biased Dany stan. But yeah, this also doubles down as the fact that George R. R. Martin is like obsessed with foreshadowing. It's D&D that removed this scene and other Red Wedding foreshadowing because they want to be super shocking. No, George R. R. Martin always, and no exception, foreshadows big events like that. Next is this vision. I know this room, she thought. She remembered those great wooden beams and the carved animal faces that adorned them. And there outside the window, a lemon tree. The sight of it made her heart ache with longing. It is the house with the red door, the house in Bravos. No sooner had she thought it than old Sir Willem came into the room, leaning heavily on his stick. "Little princess, there you are," he said in his gruff, kind voice. "Come," he said. "Come to me, my lady. You're home now. You're safe now." His big, wrinkled hand reached for her, soft as old leather, and Dany wanted to take it and hold it and kiss it. She wanted that as much as she had ever wanted anything. Her foot edged forward, and then she thought, "He's dead. He's dead. The sweet old bear. He died a long time ago." She backed away and ran. This vision is far more telling than people realize, because as you can see, what Daenerys wants most in this moment, she's like almost tempted to go inside, even though Payat Pri told her not to get inside. And somehow it's not the vision of the throne or power or anything else that is tempting Daenerys. People who hate Daenerys love this chapter because they think every vision she sees points to her being a mad queen that's gonna be killed by the righteous Starks and all of that. But if George wanted to show Dany as this bloodthirsty, power-hungry tyrant, he wouldn't have included this scene. What Dany actually wants is that house, that parental figure, that feeling of being home and safe. And this is like the only time she's like genuinely tempted to go in. So that's pretty telling. There's also the hint that the house with the red door was in Bravos, because there's this big theory about how the house with the red door was not in Bravos, because trees don't grow in Bravos. They do grow in the gardens of the wealthy people, and the house with the red door was likely the Sea Lord's palace, and he's the leader of Bravos, so I think he could afford to have a lemon tree, because he also had the menagerie. And there's this fragment about carved animal faces, and we know from Sirio Forel that he has a menagerie, which is basically like an indoor zoo. So another plane has hit the Lemon Gate theory. Because yeah, the entire point of the Lemon Gate theory is that there's something strange going on with that house. And of course, the theory is usually that Daenerys is not who she says he is or thinks she is, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think it's in Bravos, and this vision points out to that. And then this vision is directly juxtaposed against this vision. Finally, a great pair of bronze doors appeared to her left, grander than the rest. They swung open as she neared, and she had to stop and look. Beyond loomed a cavernous stone hall, the largest she's ever seen. The skulls of dead dragons looked down from its walls. Upon a towering barred throne sat an old man in rich robes, an old man with dark eyes and long silver-grey hair. "Let him be king over charred bones and cooked meat," he said to a man below him. "Let him be the king of ashes." Drogon shrieked, his claws digging through silk and skin, but the king on his throne never heard, and Dany moved on. So it's pretty obvious that this is Aerys, giving the order to set up the wildfire that he hid beneath King's Landing and kill everyone. And that's interesting. Daenerys doesn't linger on this vision. It doesn't make her feel any type of emotions. She's not fascinated. She doesn't even think that much about what she's seeing. And Drogon reacts in anger, and that's what prompts Dany to leave. Surely that's a sign that she will turn out just like Ares and Drogon will nuke King's Landing. But yeah, it's important that this vision is juxtaposed about the previous vision, because Daenerys is not tempted to go inside. She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't even reflect, like, who is this guy, what's going on, how does that make me feel. It just, Dragon just urges her to go forward. So yeah. What about young Griff? I've heard interpretations that the visions are to warn her about young Griff being a fake Targaryen. Yeah, there's gonna be a vision like that, but later. As of now, this vision is about Aerys. And yeah, people who hate Daenerys, they love this vision because they think it confirms that she's gonna be Queen of Ashes and will nuke everything. But like, notice how Drogon is acting in this scene, and notice that Daenerys doesn't linger on it. She's just like, wow, that's crazy, and just goes away. Then there's the next vision. Viserys was her first thought the next time she paused, but a second glance told her otherwise. The man had her brother's hair, but he was taller, and his eyes were a dark indigo rather than lilac. Aegon, he said to a woman nursing a newborn babe in a great wooden bed. What better name for a king? Will you make a song for him? The woman asked. He has a song, the man replied. He is the prince that was promised, and his is the song of ice and fire. He looked up when he said it, and his eyes met Dany's, and it seemed as if he saw her standing there beyond the door. There must be one more, he said, though whether he was speaking to her or the woman in the bed, she could not say. The dragon has 3 heads. He went to the window seat, picked up a harp, and ran his fingers lightly over its silvery strings. Sweet sadness filled the room as man and wife and babe faded like mist, only the music lingering behind to speed her on her way. This vision is favorite of Jon fans in turn. You will notice that in a lot of analysis of the Undying chapter, people will forget that these visions are about Dany. I saw these visions be used to argue in favor of ships Dany has nothing to do with, or events Dany has nothing to do with. But this vision is crucial for Dany as well, but it's made about Jon, like this particular one. So here people assume that Rhaegar says that he needs to recreate the Conquerors. Fair enough. But then the issues with more of their readings arise. We learn later that Elia Martell, who is the woman in the bed in this scene, could not have any more children. So people think that the reason why Rhaegar and Lyanna ran away together was because he needed to create the 3rd head of the dragon. And crucially, it doesn't say anywhere that this 3rd head has to be a child of a Stark and a Targaryen. So while I think that Rhaegar told Lyanna about the prophecy, I don't believe this was like a contributing factor to them eloping together. I think this was meant to be a doomed love story. So what people claimed instead is that Jon is Azor Ahai, because Azor Ahai has to be a child of a Stark and a Targaryen. But the issue is, back then, Rhaegar was still convinced that it's his newborn son who's the prince. Like, he says this in a vision, that Aegon is the prince that was promised. And Aemon later corroborates this, Maester Aemon, I mean. So I don't think he needed to specifically seek out a Stark woman to have a child with. Because if he needed a 3rd head, he could take a mistress. It wasn't unprecedented. So people basically started treating this as canon, that Azor Ahai, or the 3rd head, or usually Azor Ahai, yeah, has to be a child of Azor Ahai, of a Stark and a Targaryen, because magical cream pie. And you would think that if this was a component, then there would be more attempts at trying to betroth a Stark and a Targaryen. But that's the issue. Why would this vision communicate this to Dany specifically? Because all of the visions are related to her. But people think that... I don't know how to put this into words. Basically, people think that Daenerys is just standing there, and her mission is to just see that and be like a messenger that Jon is Azor Ahai. But what he's actually saying in this scene isn't, you need to find a guy that is my child with Lyanna Stark. He says, you need 2 more you cannot be alone in this. You need to find 2 more men to be the Conqueror's trio, because the dragon has 3 heads, and this is also the conclusion Daenerys comes to when she discusses those visions with Jorah. Nothing in this scene indicates that you need like a special set of genetics. Yeah, like basically people say that, Jon is Azor Ahai because Azor Ahai has to be the child of a Stark and a Targaryen because Targaryen fire, Stark eyes, magical cream pie. That's the case in many fantasy, that in order to be a hero, you need to be a child of 2 special people. But yeah, there's nothing to indicate that this is the case in A Song of Ice and Fire. And yet another important thing here is that in this scene, this is the only time in the story where the title of the saga is dropped. His is the Song of Ice and Fire. I guess A Song of Ice and Fire was the friends we made along the way. Yeah, it's fine, like you don't have to add anything. Maybe I should have stopped to ask for you guys' opinions on these previous visions. Like, in my opinion, there's not a lot to interpret here. It just I'm just dispelling like the common readings of some of these early visions, like the Ares thing, because oh my god, she's so Ares, Mad Queen confirmed. And yeah, the same case here. Rhaegar looks at Daenerys when he says that there must be one more, and it's hard to say whether this is like a real thing that happened. He was with Elia and they were talking about this, or if this is just like a metaphoric, more metaphysical manifestation of that. I'm not sure. And yeah, this is the only time the title of the saga is dropped. This is the Song of Ice and Fire. And if the Targaryens were passing the prophecy of Azor Ahai from king to heir, as was implied in A House of the Dragon, the TV show, and Ryan Condal said that this is something that George revealed to them. So that is the instance of wait, I lost my train of thought. That was the instance of Rhaegar basically passing that prophecy to Daenerys, which is an element of a long-standing pattern of Dany being his spiritual heir, like a spiritual successor. Because in A Game of Thrones, when Daenerys has her last dragon dream, she sees Rhaegar, and when she comes closer and takes his helm off, she sees her own face. And this is the same thing. It's Rhaegar communicating with Dany through space and time. Yeah, and it's not some meta hint for us about how Azor Ahai has to be the child of a Stark and a Targaryen. No, precisely what this scene communicates is that there must be 3 heads of the dragon. Then Dany has like a fake vision of Pyat that tries to tempt her to choose the wrong door. And whenever I read this chapter, I just think I would be so cooked. I would end up choosing the wrong door and like being slammed forever. Like I would be lost there forever. Okay. Finally, the stair opened. To her right, a set of white wooden doors had been thrown open. They were fashioned of ebony and weirwood, the black and white grains swirling and twisting in strange interwoven patterns. They were very beautiful, yet somehow frightening. The blood of the dragon must not be afraid. Dany said a quick prayer, begging the warrior for courage and the Dothraki horse god for strength. She made herself walk forward. So here is another connection with Bran that I spoke of earlier. First was the connection between the pace and the shade of the evening, and now there's doors that made of weirwood. And I think that these are very similar to the doors Bran goes through at some point in A Storm of Swords in the Nightford. A turn or two later, Sam stopped suddenly. He was a quarter of the way around the well from Bran and 106 feet farther down, yet Bran could barely see him. He could see the door through. The Black Gate, some had called it, but it wasn't black at all. It was white weirwood, and there was a face on it. And the doors that Daenerys goes through when she enters the House of the Undying, it's also shaped like a face. So, yeah, there's a big connection here. I'm not sure what it means. I never really had like a good grasp on what this could mean, because indeed the effects of the Shade of the Evening and these connections to Bran are there, but what is their purpose I never quite figure out. But I feel like the doors at the Night Fort are indeed a deliberate callback to the doors in the House of the Undying. Then there's the vision of the false Undying, and Drogon warns her of that, and she finally meets the real Undying, and here is when things get real. A long stone table filled this room. Above it floated a human heart, swollen and blue with corruption, yet still alive. It beat, a deep ponderous throb of sound, and each pulse sent out a wash of indigo light. The figures around the table were no more than blue shadows. As Danny walked to the empty chair at the foot of the table, they did not stir, nor speak, nor turn to face her. There was no sound but the slow, deep beat of the rotting heart. So that's the interesting thing about the Undying. They are very similar to the others. Just like the others are like those ice zombies. They are like undead warlocks. They are technically alive because they say we live and know, but they are like basically dead. And another thing is that they are powered by this blue heart that is floating above them. And I'm gonna talk about this more when we see the destruction of the House of the Undying, and for now, we go to the actual visions that the Undying themselves give to Daenerys. Mother of dragons, came a voice, part whisper and part moan. Dragons, dragons, dragons. Other voices echoed in the gloom. Some were male and some female. One spoke with the timbre of a child. The floating heart pulsed from dimness, darkness. It was hard to summon the will to speak, to recall the words she had practiced so assiduously. I am Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, Queen of the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros. Do they hear me? Why don't they move? She sat, folding her hands in her lap. Grant me your counsel, and speak to me with the wisdom of those who have conquered death. Through the indigo murk, she could make out the wizened features of the Undying One to her right, an old man, wrinkled and hairless. His flesh was ripe violet blue, his lips and nails bluer still, so dark they were almost black. Even the whites of his eyes were blue. They stared unseeing at the ancient woman on the opposite side of the table, whose gown of pale silk had rotted on her body. One withered breast was left bare in the Carthian manner, to show a pointed nipple hard as leather. She is not breathing. Lana listened to the silence. None of them are breathing, and they do not move, and those eyes see nothing. Could it be that the Undying Ones were dead? Her answer was a whisper as thin as a mouse whiskers. We live, 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 sounded. Myriad other voices whispered across. And no, 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 no. Hello? I have come... That was so random. This creepy-ass passage and suddenly hello. I have come for the gift of truth, Danny said. In the long hall, the things that I saw, were they true visions or lies? Past things or things to come? What did they mean? The shape of shadows, morrows not yet made, drink from the cup of ice, drink from the cup of fire. So, I'm not sure about this one, because by their answer you would think that the visions she saw in the doors are things that hadn't yet happened, because they say morrow's not yet made. And that's true. The Red Wedding hadn't yet happened, but the vision of Aerys in the past, like the vision of Aerys going burn them all, be the king of ashes and all of that, it's from the past. And the vision of the woman with dwarves is from the present. So that's interesting. And then there's the mention of ice and fire again, drink from the cup of ice. And now we get some prophecies. Mother of dragons, child of three heads has the dragon. So child of three here references the rule of three in Dana's arc, because the number 3 repeats itself in her arc before and after. She's the third child. After Rhaegar and Viserys, she has 3 dragons, she conquers 3 cities, she gets 3 handmaids on her wedding, she gets 3 dragon's eggs, and from those dragon's eggs, 3 dragons are born. And of course, 3 heads has the dragon, the sigil of her house. And the Undying repeats Rhaegar's mantra of the dragons needing 3 heads, and I need to drink some water, so give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, the dragon has 3 heads, and then there comes Mother of Dragons, Child of Storm. And this is her being named Stormborn, Child of Storm, because she was born on Dragonstone when there was a big storm roaming. 3 fires must you light, 1 for life, and 1 for death, and 1 to love. And this is when the interpretations become more murky. 1 for life, in my opinion, is the fire of the pyre. Fire of the pyre, yeah, great. Where the dragons were born. 1 for death, and that's one that people most often interpret as her burning King's Landing. But to me, these two, fire for life and fire for death, had always had like a connection. Because when George was asked why Dany is a woman and not a father of dragons, like the mother of dragons and the father of dragons, he said that there is a connection between a woman who brings forth life. Did I turn this off? Yeah, sorry. That there's a connection between a woman who brings forth life that also carries the power of death and destruction in the form of dragons. So to me, it's about both life and death. Like those things, in my opinion, are interconnected. And the fire for death may also be her abolitionist campaign, perhaps Volantis, when she's gonna go there and like nuke the Black Wall, which is gonna parallel Harrenhal during Aegon's conquest. Thinking about the House of the Undying makes me want to reconsider that the Valonqar might not be Tyrion and it's actually Jaime. Maybe one who will cast her down will be Aryan. Maybe I'm overthinking. I think it's Jaime, like the Valonqar. I'm not sure about the younger and more beautiful queen. I also think it might be Aryan. Okay, I got lost again. Fire for Death, yeah. It's gonna be her burning Volantis, not King's Landing, in my opinion. Fire for Death, that was lit so that a new system free of slavery can be born, and that is also Fire for Life. And Fire to Love is also a big unknown. I saw the interpretation that it's her burning the throne, or maybe her campaign against the others in the future, or maybe something related to Jon Snow. But I'm not sure. And it's also interesting of the wording. It's 3 fires must you light, 1 for life, and 1 for death, and 1 to love. So I feel like it's not 1 for love, it's 1 to love. And that to love repeats itself throughout all of these visions. 3 mounts must you ride. 1 to bed, and 1 to dread, and 1 to love again. So the first one is the silver, then his horse she rode to her first night with Drogo. Then there's 1 to dread. This is Drogon, who is considered Balerion reborn, and Balerion was the dragon of Aegon the Conqueror. And Balerion was known as the Black Dread, so the Black Dread, Mount to Dread, yeah. And 1 to love, no idea if it's like a separate being or Drogon again, just for another purpose. Or there's an argument to be made that it's her 3 dragons, 1 to bet Viserion, because it's likely a nesting dragon that's gonna have babies, 1 to dread Drogon, and 1 to love Rhaegal, because it's gonna be bonded to Jon. No idea, honestly. Maybe if someone has others idea what that to love can mean. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to think about that, and then we will move on. Okay, no idea what to love can mean. Okay. I don't know, I just read this chapter so many times and thought about it so many times. Like I said, I go back and forth on some of those visions. Like some of them I was never able to decipher. Like some of them are like so straightforward. And these other ones just, I have no idea what they could possibly mean. Okay. 3 treasons, will you know, another favorite of Danny Auntie's. One's for blood, and one's for gold, and one's for love. Because the people want Daenerys to be betrayed by everyone and their mama. They obviously think that the betrayal for love is gonna be Jon stabbing her out of love, either for her in order to stop her from being genocidal, or the love for her family, his family, I'm sorry, because she's gonna be a threat to the good righteous Starks. Dany herself thinks that the betrayal for blood was Miri Mazdur. But the wording implies that it's something that will happen in the future, because previously it was 3 fires must you light, 3 mounts must you ride, and this is treasons will you know, implying that this is gonna happen in the future, and that it hadn't yet happened. Some of them are very vague, not in a bad way, but I think once we get the next book, we will have enough information to decipher the others. Yeah, that's also what I think. And the thing about is that after Daenerys sees these visions, she's betrayed more than 3 times, and for different reasons. She thinks that Jorah Mormont betraying her is the betrayal for gold, but when she asks Jorah after it turns out that he was spying on her, she asked Jorah, "Did you betray me for gold? Was it for gold?" And he just says, "No, I just wanted to go home." So Jorah definitely is not betrayal for gold. And there's this interpretation that Dany is doing the betrayals, that it's not you will be betrayed 3 times, it's just you will know those 3 betrayers. And by know, it can mean a lot of things. But I'm also similarly puzzled at what betrayals Dany can commit. I used to think that it's the 3 slaver cities that she betrays in a way. So once for blood, that's Astapor, because Astapor is known as the Red City, because it's made of red brick. It's made of red bricks, and Barristan says that bricks and blood build Astapor, and that she betrays Yunkai for gold when she refuses payment to be left alone. And once for love, I think that it may be just her breaking the peace of Mirin, but I'm not sure about that. It's just up in the air about this betrayal, but I am very much on board for the interpretation that it's Daenerys who is the betrayer, not the betrayed. And I want to know that all 3 of those, the treasons, the mounts, and the fires, they all end on love. Which should indicate that maybe her destiny isn't to die on a man's sword as a Mad Queen. Like, all 3 of those end on love. Which seems to indicate to me that her story will end on love and not death or betrayal or being evil. But that's just me, I'm just a biased Daenerys extremist, right? And after that, Daenerys has sets of quickly changing visions. A lot of them are straightforward, and some of them, again, subject to interpretation. Let's look at them. Viserys screamed as the molten gold ran down his cheeks and filled his mouth. This is the vision of the past, and it's Viserys dying in Vaes Dothrak. I don't think we need to dwell on it too much, it's very straightforward. A tall lord with copper skin and silver gold hair stood beneath the banner of a fiery stallion, a burning city behind him. This is something that never happened, because this is Rhaego. It fits the description Dany had of him in her last dragon dream in Game of Thrones. Yeah, and he never get to be born, so it's things that were never were, because Pirate Priest says that she will see past, future, and things that never happened. Rubies flew like drops of blood from the chest of a dying prince, and he sank to his knees in the water, and with his last breath murmured a woman's name. This is obviously Rhaegar. His death on the trident, because as he was dying, the rubies from his armor just flew everywhere. And George R. R. Martin confirmed in some interview that the name of a woman was Lyanna. But I really like this idea that the name he murmured was actually Daenerys, and in his last moments he realized that his sister, who wasn't yet born, is gonna be Azor Ahai that he was searching for, but that's just, a headcanon. GTA 6 will come up next. Okay. All of these 3 visions end on Mother of Dragons, Daughter of Death. And this connects to the idea of Dany being a gendered subversion, because that makes a lot of sense, especially after seeing your video and hearing George's words, "My own heroes are the dreamers, those men and women who try to make the world a better place." Yeah. These 3 visions end on Mother of Dragons, Daughter of Death, because these 3 men, Viserys, Rhaegar, and Rhaego, had to die for Daenerys to become the hero of her own story, and this is what again connects to the idea of Daenerys being a gender subversion, because it's usually women in stories that die to pave the way for male heroes, and here it's their deaths that pave the way for Dany. Viserys had to die, Rhaegar had to die, and Rhaego also had to die. Maybe even like Rhaegar had to die so that she is Azor Ahai, Rhaego had to die so that she is the stallion who mounts the world, and Viserys dies so that she can be the heir to the Targaryen dynasty. I don't know. Or like obviously more men died than just them, because Aerys also died and Drogon also died, but because these visions are in these sets of 3s, there's 3 visions. let's continue. Glowing like sunset, a red sword was raised in the hand of a blue-eyed king who casts no shadow. A cloth dragon swayed on poles amidst a cheering crowd. From a smoking tower, a great stone beast took wing, breathing shadow fire, mother of dragons, slayer of lies. So, versus Stannis. He has blue eyes, he has a red sword, and he casts no shadow because his shadow was used to kill Renly, like to create that shadow baby. The cloak dragon is Aegon, like the kid we met in Dance of Dragons. He is referred to as a Mummer's dragon by Quaife. And later, when Daenerys asked Jorah, what is a Mummer's dragon? Wait, how was that? The cloak dragon is Aegon, right? He is referred to as a Mummer's dragon by Quaife. And by the end of A Clash of Kings, in Dany's last chapter, she asks Jorah, or Jorah asks her about that cloak dragon, and the information we receive is that cloak dragon is the type of, dragon puppet that is used in follies made by mummers. And Varys was a mummer, so the mummer's dragon is Aegon. And people think that the cheering crowd is gonna be like all of Westeros, even though in the sample chapters of The Winds of Winter we already know that Aegon's people are wreaking chaos in Westeros already, so I really doubt that Aegon will be as universally beloved as it's believed. And I think that the cheering crowd is just the Golden Company. I don't think he's gonna be that loved in Westeros, like I said. And the third one, a great stone beast took wing, breathing shadow fire. I used to think that it's the false dragon that Melisandre will try to hatch from the stone dragons in Dragonstone. But now I think that the great stone beast is Euron, and the tower is the high tower of Old Town, because he is on his way to Old Town, and he will probably nuke it and probably bring the wall down. But I'm also open to interpretations. So if these are the lies that Dany will slay, the first lie, Dany woke up in the Yu-Gi-Oh universe after dying in season 8. She became the top duelist, running a galaxy ice hot on deck. Lived happily ever after the end. That's my GOT canon ending. Yeah. So these three are the lies that Dany will slay. First is of Stannis being Azor Ahai, since that's obviously her. The second is that Aegon is like a real dragon, because he's not a real dragon, he's not a Targaryen, he's probably a Blackfire. The third is Euron, who thinks himself probably to be like Antichrist Azor Ahai, but I think there's a real there's a misconception by that word slay. Slayer of lies. So killer of lies. But I don't really think she has to physically kill any of them, aside from maybe Euron. And just her existence slays the lie those people represent. Obviously I don't think there's a space in the narrative. Wait, my cat wants to go out. Because logistically it probably won't make sense for her to make it to be able to kill all three of them. I think just existing is enough for for her to slay these lies. Because each of these men stands for a lie of some sort, and she just by existing. Her silver was rotting through the grass to a darkling steam beneath the sea of stars. A corpse stood at the prow of a ship, eyes bright in his dead face, grey lips smiling sadly. A blue flower grew from a chink in a wall of ice and filled the air with sweetness, mother of dragons, bride of fire. This is relatively easy to understand. It's Dany's three husbands. Because the prophecy ends with bride of fire. First is Drogo, obviously. The second one, it's very puzzling. A corpse stood at the prow of a ship, eyes bright in his dead face, grey lips smiling sadly. A blue never mind. whoever this was supposed to be, now it's his turn, because that's Danny's second husband. And the way this prophecy will come true is, I think Victarion will kill his dad and put him on a prow of the ship the way Euron Greyjoy did with Thalia Flowers in the sample chapter of The Winds of Winter. And the third one is obviously Jon, son of Lyanna, who was fond of blue winter roses, and he's at the wall. I don't know why, but people also tend to interpret this vision negatively, because they say that sweetness is bad for Dany, but I was never given a convincing reason why a sweetness would be bad for her. I think this is just the case of them wanting this to be the case. Because they want Jon to kill her. This fandom is obsessed with femicide, you know. And again, this is the case of like some shippers trying to apply this vision to their ship. But I don't think it's anything else. I have no idea why would this be bad for her. I saw this claimed like a lot, and whenever I was asking, well, why, nobody was able to tell me. Okay. And that was down to the fact that this set of visions ends on sweetness and previous visions ended on love. So, you know, people really think that Daenerys is gonna die and be unhappy or be killed and all of that. And I think her story is gonna end on love and sweetness. So that's the thing. Later, these visions become more chaotic. Shadows swirled and danced inside a tent, boneless and terrible. This is in the past. It's either Miri's tent ritual that she used to like lure Daenerys to enter the tent, or maybe Stannis killing Renly using his shadow. Hard to say. A little girl ran barefoot towards a big house with a red door. I used to think that this is the past, that this is Dany's childhood, but recently someone convinced me that this may be the vision of the future, that it's Dany's daughter running to the house with the red door. After all that's bullshit. And I honestly like that interpretation much better. Because I commit the sin of thinking that Daenerys will have kids after all of this is done. Miri Mazdur shrieked in the flames, a dragon bursting from her brow. This is the ritual that birthed the dragons. This mythological imagery here with Athena bursting from Zeus's head. Some versions of the myth, very interesting. Behind the silver horse, the bloody corpse of a naked man bounced and dragged. I saw people claim that this is Barristan, I think this is the vision of the past. The wine seller who tried to poison Daenerys in Valis Dothraki. People were saying that once Barristan finds out about Aegon, he's just gonna, drop everything and run to him without investigating, without anything, and Daenerys will find out, and this is how she will punish him, but no, this is the vision of the past. Very sorry to say. A white lion ran through grass taller than a man. This is either the Hrakar of the Dothraki Sea that Drogo had slain, or Tyrion. Because lion is the heraldry of House Lannister. Like Dany being able to have children of her own or adoptive, I'm fine with either, but her magically being able to have children would be so wholesome for her ending. There's a lot of discussion about whether Dany have kids, and whenever George R. R. Martin is asked whether Miri's prophecy that Daenerys is infertile is true, he's always giving like very elusive answers, let's just say. A white lion ran through the grass toward the man. Lion is the heraldry of House Lannister. Tyrion has white hair, at least part of it is white from what I remember. And there's this imagery of Tyrion's shadow being very tall in a Game of Thrones. And also in a Game of Thrones, someone says that Tyrion is metaphorically taller than other people because he's smart and all of that. So, yeah. Beneath the Mother of Mountains, a line of naked crones crept from a great lake and knelt shivering before her, their grey heads bowed. Future. This is the crowns of the Doshkarin proclaiming Dany as the stallion who mounts the world. My idea was always that Dany will go to the Mother of Mountains, which is ironic because only men can ascend this mountain, and she will descend on Drogon. And this is when she will be proclaimed as the stallion who mounts the world by the Doshkarin, who, will ritualistically bathe themselves in the lake that is beneath the mountain. And the last vision is 10,000 slaves lifted blood-stained hands as she raced by on her silver, riding like the wind. Mother, they cried, mother, mother. They were reaching for her, touching her, tugging at her cloak, the hem of her skirt, her foot, her leg, her breast. They wanted her, needed her, the fire, the life, and Dany gasped and opened her arms to give herself to them. And this is the liberation of Yunkai, and Dany even remembers this vision in A Storm of Swords. So, yeah, we didn't decipher all of those visions. We deciphered quite a lot of them. But another thing I want to note is that there's 3 sets of each prophecy, and these prophecies go from Child of Storm, Child of Free, to Daughter of Death, and then finally Bride. As if they were going through Dany's life. First she is a child and a daughter, then she is a bride and a mother, and then the next logical step is gonna be the crone. And that fits, we don't get that yet, but that fits the idea that Daenerys embodies the phases of the Mother Goddess, which is also in the faith, the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. So yeah, I think Daenerys, even in a Game of Thrones, before she goes into the pyre, she says something like, yesterday I was a child, today I am a woman, and tomorrow I will be old. So yeah, yet another plane has hit the Daenerys will die tower. I think Dany will live to see old age, and she will be the crone. And later what happens is that the Undying start swarming Daenerys and trying to drink her life essence or something like that. And then indigo turned to orange and whispers turned to screams. Her heart was pounding, racing. The hands and mouths were gone. Heat washed over her skin, and Dany blinked at a sudden glare. Perched above her, the dragon spread his wings and tore at the terrible dark heart, ripping the rotten flesh to ribbons, and when his head snapped forward, fire flew from his open jaws, bright and hot. She could hear the shrieks of the Undying as they burned, their high, thin, papery voices crying out in Tanja's long death. Their flesh was crumbling parchment, their bones dry wood soaked in tallow. They danced as the flames consumed them. They staggered and writhed and span and raised blazing hands on high, their fingers bright as torches. So this is interesting. As I've mentioned, the Undying are very similar to the others. And here they try to drink Dany's life essence, but Drogon stops them by burning the heart of the Undying and eating it. So this connects to the idea that in order to defeat this Undying, the heart has to be destroyed. And this is similar to the others, because we learn in Bran's chapter, when he has the Coma Dream, that he looks north, and he sees the Heart of Winter and cries. So I think that much like how the Undying are powered by a heart, and so are the others. And in order to defeat the others, you don't have to stab the chief other, you need to destroy the Heart of Winter. And Drogon will go and burn the Heart of Winter and probably eat it. So, and Dana's life as like the Undying tried to kill Daenerys, she survives. Yeah, she will survive, probably, in my opinion, this burning of the Heart of Winter as well. And that's divisions. Questions, comments? Okay, if there's no questions and comments, then I guess I will be finishing. I gave out my thoughts, updated relative to the last time I took on in this issue. In my video. I was even thinking of taking that video down, but honestly, there's just no point. Like, my thoughts evolve, that's normal. Alright, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, good idea. Alright, I cannot stay too long into the night today. It's 10 p.m. here, and I really need to fix my sleep schedule. Yeah, what's the question about the house with the red door? Gonna check TikTok in the meantime. I'll just send an arcane edit. I've seen some people say she will grow to learn that the house with the red door isn't her home and the throne is, and while I don't want to shade on it, I'm sure there's room for that interpretation. You see, the issue with the house with the red door, in my opinion, is that this is like Daenerys' true desire. That fundamentally what she wants is to have a home. In getting the throne is the duty she feels she has to her house. It's not something she personally wants. There's even this scene in A Game of Thrones where she thinks that if she was not the Blood of the Dragons, she would be content with the life among the Dothraki, but that she's a Targaryen, she's the last one, she has the duty to her house. I don't think she will get the throne, but... And I don't think that the Iron Throne or Westeros, for the matter, are really her home. It's just that idealized version Viserys instilled in her. That's why I think that if Daenerys survives the fight against the others, she will go back to Essos and find the house with the red door, or maybe build the house with the red door. But yeah, I don't think that the house of the red with the red door is going anywhere in her imagination. And we also have the confirmation that Bran is gonna be the king of Westeros. Whatever that means, you know. Given that he is like a tree, training to be a tree wizard. I also didn't think about her building that house. But yeah, wherever, I think Dana's ending is the house with the red door. And wherever that is, I just want her to live. Like, it's so crazy because when you are a Daenerys fan, her like just living or having any sort of happiness is treated as, oh my god, you're so delusional. Like, why? Alright, any more questions? Oh, and also, last thing I want to say about Daenerys' arc in Carve. Did you guys notice that when the dragons are born, there's a comet? I just hope she continues to have political agency, otherwise her rulership arc in Dance with Dragons would kinda be pointless. That's what be, you know what would be great? If she could be some sort of an authority figure and ruling figure from the House with the Red Door. Like, this would be her castle, basically. Maybe as an introduction for like some new system of governance. I don't rule this out. But I want to point out... Yeah, I know what you mean, exactly. I was thinking about how when the dragons are... Before the dragons are born, there's a comet. And when Daenerys is on the Red Waste, she follows the comet, and that comet eventually directs her near Carve, and Drogo finds Carve, and Daenerys is visited by 3 wise men: Quaithe, Payat Bree, and Xarok Xandaxos. And isn't that just word for word what happens in the Bible? Because in the Bible, the 3 Magi visit baby Jesus, and they also follow like not a comet but a star. So that's great. Alright, if there's no more questions, then I will be fixing my sleep schedule. Yeah, Company of the Cat! Just as I am about to leave, no! We already discussed all of the visions. Kat, do you have like any unorthodox ideas about the visions in the House of the Undying? Like, for example, no, we couldn't decide what could possibly be the three betrayals. Like, I was always of the opinion that it's that Daenerys is the betrayer because it's worded slightly differently than the rest. But yeah, do you have any ideas on that? Or anyone else for the matter? 5 people there. Whoa, crazy stuff. There you are. That's interesting. Yeah, I can see this being because like my personal interpretation was always that these 3 betrayals that they relate to the slave cities that she betrays Astapor for I don't know the blood they're spilled because blood and bricks spilled Astapor. She betrayed Yunkai because there was like this issue of her getting gold in exchange of leaving them alone and her not taking that. And that the betrayal for love is gonna be breaking the peace of Mirin, but I don't know, this feels like a reach. I feel like at the time George was writing this, he himself wasn't sure what any of that is. Because, for example, like the vision of the corpse at the prow of a ship, if my interpretation is correct and it's he's there because it ends with Bride of Fire, I feel like he didn't plan he's there to be in the story and he will just retcon that. What else was up to interpretation? White Lion, Silver Horse, Me Trick, Tell Little Girl Run, Shadows swirled and danced inside the tent. Bear was trotting to the glass. A great stone beast took wing, breathing shadow fire. Whoa! Dario killed Viserion? I hope not. I was always of the opinion that Euron is gonna like take Viserion. But also, if that's the case, then how will Tyrion write Viserion? Because I think he will, because in the sample chapters of the Winds of Winter, a white Saivas piece falls Tyrion's feet to foreshadow that he's gonna write Viserion, but I don't know. Yeah, Grandban plum is cooked, like literally. I accidentally turned off the chat and I. Alright, guys, I'm very sorry, but I really need to go now. I think I may move these streams for like another time or maybe another day entirely because it's just not viable for me. Maybe I will make them like earlier in the day because it's just time for me to start these streams so late. Or separate the streams with the game and discussion. I'm not sure. I will have to think about that. In any case, thank you guys for coming. Rest in peace, Mushroom. Have a good weekend. And I will see you around. And I can say now with certainty that I am working again on a script. So hooray for me. And it's gonna be long. It may be my longest yet. Alright. Rest in peace, Mushroom, once again. Bye bye. Thank you for coming.